Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 license.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. Scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here we go.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8.
60 red.
To throw now. Here's Love. Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
45, 1.
And now Love going to change things up.
Ready?
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready. Set.
Glove. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
First down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ready, ready. Black, 95, striker, 3-3. Hut, hut.
Play action this time with Love. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Matthew Golden, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Here we go, set. 53. Set, go.
Play fake. Here's Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Next, blue, 32. Hut, hut.
Love, they go play action now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, first and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, first and 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now first and 10. A first carry now for Craig Reynolds. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second and 6.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw, Penix. Locates Mooney on the out route. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Here's Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Packers nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, go steal. Red 38. Set, go.
Love from the gun. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. And that's caught inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Down. Ready?
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Ready. 52 points. Ready.
The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Pushes past him. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go. Here we go. Yep, black, yellow. 43. Set.
Here's Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On play action. Love to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
45, right. 10.
Off the play fake, Love. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The kick by McManus is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown, and their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 65 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This now a 3rd and 4. And looking to throw, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Let's go.
A give left side to Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30.
A gain of
15 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To the air, Penix.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll throw with Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Ready? At the 60. Warriors 70.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
19.
They'll run with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Ready.
They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. That's taken in by Golden. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 68 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check.
Now Penix. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Ready.
Following the interception, Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Got it?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Blue, slide blue. Ready?
Love looking to throw it. Pass caught. That's Golden. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4. Throwing. Love. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Reuben McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
This 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Check, smash. Hey, go Fury. Ready.
Here's Love. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Cut, cut. Fight. Red 38. Cut, cut.
To throw now. Here's Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
If this were baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Go! Cougar 19! Go!
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got the hook up to McLeod. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 45. One. Hey, blue.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Black, 95.
And they'll send Watson in motion right. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Set.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come on, set. Cut.
Play action this time with Love. Now this thrown deep for Kraft. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw, Penix. Got London on a slant. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw with Penix. It's complete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red. Watch out now. 50 fury. Cut.
On play action. Love to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Set.
Counter play with Jacobs. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
52 blue. Ready?
Love now. And this is caught. Touchdown. Matthew Golden, 36 yards. And the Packers have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a one-point game.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Toss play to Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third down and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And some room to work. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for two.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. That's caught at the one. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Christian Watson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Ready.
The Packers will set up for the two-point conversion.
Zoom black. You yellow. Hut.
Love throwing for it. It's caught at the one. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. On third down, Robinson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
On the ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Smith, here we go. Here we go. Set.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So the penalty there for a block in the back.
And that's one where you normally see a blocker put his hands up right away to say, no, I didn't do it. But this time, yes, you did.
Set, ready. Sticky, green. Ready.
Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Set. 10 black. 6. Mega. Ready?
Back to throw. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Ready.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go. 45. Right. Green Jack. Set.
Looking to throw. Love. And Watson has it right side. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On to give, here's Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 60 Maverick. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
They'll throw with Penix. And caught by London. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Robinson, he'll try to left side. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Second and 6 coming up.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go. Go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Milton. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London with now 3 week 1 touchdowns. And the Falcons have taken a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that will make this a 4-point game.
33. Packers 29. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
They're on the 28-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready. 33, blue striker. Six, Mega. Set, cut.
Love. Able to connect with Jacobs. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
A gain of about 8 brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Edo blue. Smash, red. Ready.
Here's Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
10, strike, strike. Black Ultra.
Love looking to throw it. And it is caught. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they got to continue to move quickly.
Check Mega. Red 38. Set.
Now Love. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Ready?
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
10, set, cut. Yellow, 22. Red, Cypher. Ready.
Here's Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Ready?
Love looking to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
53. Hey, green. Black shot. Hey, blue. Cut.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Musgraves got it out right. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ready up! Set! Knights, go street!
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Atlanta, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.